Hello students, here I am back again with the same chapter fundamental unit of life but different topic. Now today's topic will be structural organization of a cell, that is cell wall and cell membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. Now cell wall and cell membrane are the two main structural unit of a cell. Cell wall is present in plants while cell wall is absent in animals. This is the biggest difference in plant cell and animal cell. We'll study these in detail. Now, what is cell made up of? What is the structural organization of the cell? Now, cell is made up of different parts and cell organelles. All these different cell organelles and parts have their own function which they perform ritually. Structure of a cell. Now, cell is generally composed of three basic components: cell wall, cell membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. Cell wall and cell membrane are the outermost part. Nucleus is located in the center, that purple color, you can have a look at that. And cytoplasm, which is a liquid part which is located in between cell wall, cell membrane, and nucleus. First, we'll study about cell membrane or plasma membrane. Now, plasma membrane is the covering of the cell that helps in separating the components of the cell from its external environment. All the living parts of the cell is present in plants, animals and microorganisms. If we talk about the structure of the plasma membrane, then it is very thin, delicate, elastic, has an elasticity and is selectively permeable in nature. Now here selectively permeable means allowing few particles or smaller particles to pass through it while not allowing the larger particles to pass through it. It is composed of lipid and protein. Lipid and protein are the two main components. Functions of the cell membrane. Now it is a selectively permeable membrane which allows flow of limited substances from in and out of the cell. It helps in the nourishment of the cell. It separates the internal part of the cell from the external environment. Now, cell wall is a sandwich structure which is explained by fluid mosaic model. According to this model, the plasma membrane comprises of three components: lipids, proteins, and carbohydrates. This is the structure of the plasma membrane. You can have a look, it is like a sandwich structure. That reddish part is up and down, and in between part is the protein part. Now up and down part is a phospholipid bilayer which is having glycoproteins, that is lipid combined with carbohydrates, and then peripheral membrane and integral peripheral membrane proteins are situated. The outer part is this cytoskeletal filaments which help the which helps in the formation of the outer part. And in here a yellowish part is there, that is cholesterol, which is present and helps in the nourishment of the cell membrane. How substance move in and out of a cell. Now substance move through a gaseous exchange between the cell and its environment. We know that we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. This movement of carbon dioxide and oxygen is carried out by the means of diffusion. That is, gaseous substance has the tendency to move to the area where the concentration is less from the area where the concentration is higher. Amount of oxygen is higher on the this movement from the concentration of less to higher is known as diffusion. Diffusion takes place in solid, liquid and gas, all the three forms. Now that was about carbon dioxide and oxygen. If we talk about movement of the water, then it is carried out through the process of osmosis, in which the water moves from a region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. And this is why we can say that osmosis is just a special case of the process of diffusion. Coming to the solutions. Now here we'll be studying about the type of solution so that we can understand the cell. We have three types of solutions: isotonic solution, hypertonic and hypotonic solution. Now isotonic, iso means same, tonic means strength. So a particular solution which is having its internal and external environment same is known as isotonic solution. Hyper means more and strength. That means a solution which is more inside the cell and less outside the cell. Hypo means less solution inside and more outside. Now to understand these things we need to know about solute and solvent. A particular solution is made up of two components, solute and solvent. Solute is a solid part which is added in a solvent, and solvent is a liquid part. It is always liquid. Solute can be liquid, gas or solid. Now water is a universal solvent, we say that. That means liquid part. That way you can remember solute can be solid, liquid or gas. Best example we can take is of resin. We all know kishmish is in a dry form, but as we add this in a pudding, kheer or any other part, then what it takes the water inside and it swells out. That is known as hypertonic form, in which amount of solvent becomes more and outside less. This is the diagram और showing hypertonic, hypotonic and isotonic. Hypertonic में क्या होगा, सारा के सारा लिक्विड बाहर चला जाएगा. हाइपोटोनिक में लिक्विड बहुत सारा अंदर आ जाएगा किशमिश जैसा. एंड आइसोटोनिक जिसमें बाहर और अंदर सेम एनवायरनमेंट होगा. जब पानी बाहर चला जाता है तो क्या होता है, चीज़ श्रिंक हो जाती है. जब पानी अंदर आता है तो स्वेल्ड हो जाती है. जब अंदर बाहर दोनों तरफ पानी का या सॉल्वेंट का अमाउंट बराबर होता है तो वो इक्विलिब्रियम या आइसोटोनिक को स्टेट करता है. कमिंग टू सेल वॉल. नाउ सेल वॉल वी ऑल नो इट्स अ नॉन लिविंग thick and freely permeable covering which is made up of cellulose. It is present in both eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. It helps in determining the shape and rigidity of the plant cell. Shape you all know, rigidity matlab ठोसपन. It protects the plasma membrane. It prevents desiccation or drying of the cell. Cell को dry होने से बच जाता है ताकि water in and out ज़्यादा ना हो. Like we take the example of plant जो पूरे दिन धूप में प्रेजेंट रहते हैं, बहुत हवा गंदगी में रहते हैं, तो ऐसी कंडीशन में उनके सेल्स को ड्राइनेस से बचाने का काम करता है. हमारे बॉडी के सेल्स जो रहते हैं वो अंदर एक स्किन की कवरिंग में होते हैं, इसलिए उनको सेल वॉल की इतनी ज़रूरत नहीं होती है. नेक्स्ट थिंग, cell wall helps in the transportation of various substances in and out. That we know from the example of cell membrane also. Coming to nucleus. Now nucleus is a dense spherical organelle which is bounded by two membranes forming nuclear envelope. This nuclear envelope consists of nuclear pores which helps in the in and out movement of the fluid from the nucleus part. The fluid which is present inside the nucleus is known as nucleoplasm. Like the fluid which is present in the cell, it is known as cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, nucleoplasm. Nucleus contains chromosome and chromosome contains genes which carry the genetic information from one generation to another. Functions of nucleus. Nucleus control all the metabolic activities of the cell. It regulates cell cycle. Cell cycle is that means division of the cell and formation of the new cell. Next, it is the storage house of the genes. That means helps in the transmission of hereditary traits from parent to offspring. This is the structure of nucleus. If we take the small part and we have a look at nucleolus, then we can see that pre-ribosomes are there. That means granular components. Fibrillary center RNA transcription. Now, RNA transcription is a part which helps in the formation of the protein inside our body. Pre-RNA processing is also there. These two helps in the formation of the protein part and then forwarding that protein to whole body. Coming to protoplasm. Now basically protoplasm is a combination of cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. That means the part which surrounds the cell is known as cytoplasm, and the liquid part which surrounds the nucleus is known as nucleoplasm. The combination of these two is known as protoplasm, which is jelly-like substance, viscous, colorless semi-fluid, which has various cell organelles present in it. Functions. Now, functions of the protoplasm, it acts as a storage of the vital chemicals like amino acids, protein. It is the site of metabolic reaction. Definitely, when it is composed of cytoplasm and nucleoplasm, then its functions will be same as of cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. Coming to cytoplasm in detail. Now, cytoplasm is a jelly, viscous, colorless, semi-fluid substance which is present between the plasma membrane and nuclear membrane. Now, the aqueous ground substance of cytoplasm is known as cytosol. Cytosol that contains variety of cell organelles which are insoluble which consist of variety of cell organelles and other insoluble waste products which are stored like starch, glycogen, lipid and other phospholipids. Coming to the functions. Now, functions of this cytoplasm is same as of the protoplasm, to store the vital chemicals like amino acids, protein, sugar, vitamin, carbohydrates, etc. Another thing is that it is the site of metabolic activity where glycolysis, synthesis of fatty acid and nucleotides occur. Now, glycolysis is the process of conversion in which glucose is formed. Synthesis of fatty acid means जो फैट होता है उस वो दो चीज़ों से मिलकर बनता है, फैटी एसिड एंड ग्लिसरॉल. तो यहाँ पे फैटी एसिड को ब्रेक करके प्रॉपर वे में फैट प्रोवाइड करने का काम. न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स जो रहते हैं वो शुगर बेसिस होते हैं जो हमारे बॉडी में डीएनए आर की फॉर्मेशन में हेल्प करते हैं. Now that was our about the cell types. Next we'll study about cell organelles. Now cell organelles, that means the organelles which are present in the cytoplasm. Yes, the same cytoplasm which is semi-fluid form which nourishes the cell. It is consisting of cell organelles. Mitochondria, ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, vacuoles, lysozymes, all these things we'll study in our next slide, and we'll be covering plant cell and animal cell on the basis of their difference in their properties. Till then, thank you and hope you enjoyed the video and you understood the video.